Hello, welcome to Limit Studios, where we talk anything and everything entertainment. I'm, of course, the Limit himself, Zeke Lamone, and this is my review for the final Friday Night SmackDown of 2024, and also the final Friday Night SmackDown that is 2 hours. But before we get into that, let's get the house clean out of the way. Shall I leave a like, comment below, let them know your thoughts on this episode of SmackDown, and of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, all that out of the way, let's get into the review, shall we? So, this episode of SmackDown has been kind of like the others. It's been the same for Raw, too. It just really seems like WWE is just going in stride, right, until we get to 2025 where they want to do what they clearly want to do. When we're clearly on the road to the Royal Rumble, we're now back into our official homes of 2025 with Raw being on Netflix, SmackDown on USA and Netflix, and NXT on the CW. It honestly feels like out of all the shows, we don't do reviews for them. But NXT is probably the best weekly show out of all of wrestling. That's with AEW included, because they're the ones who seem motivated every single week. Because again, WWE just seems like they're scooting by. This was another like paint by numbers episode until we got to the end. And then we started to beef up the first 3 hour show where some matches make sense, some matches do not. And again, the matches were just kind of paint by numbers. We started off with this 6-woman tag match, all the good guys on one side, all the bad guys on the other. Really just wanting Nia Jax to do programs with other women that don't have to deal with the WWE Tag Team Champions. And I also don't really know why Naomi's getting the title shot. I get it, she got the pinfall on Candice LeRae on the 6-women tag match. And yeah, she hit her finisher on Nia. Nia was down for the count where we teased yet again, Tiffany Stratton cash-in, which, if what I think what we're going to do next week, which is we're going to have this match, maybe Jade Cargill comes out, and she doesn't know who attacked her, so she attacks Nia Jax, and Tiffany Stratton finally cashes in, and, that's one of the moments where, okay, we're kicking off 2025, we have a brand new women's champion, and it's Tiffany Stratton. This is our girl that we're going to lead into the stratosphere, and then we can have the Nia Jax versus Tiffany Stratton match at the Royal Rumble, then fine, by all means, it's okay. But I honestly think if you were going to do one, then because I like Naomi. I like her a lot. She doesn't get the credit she deserves. She doesn't get the opportunities that she truly deserves either. And her last match with Nia Jax is, to me, one of the best women matches of the year. They had amazing chemistry. It was a very fun match. And they're very good with each other. But she lost. So, if anything, you have Bianca Belair do it, especially when we know it's you who attacked her, even though it wasn't. I'm pretty sure it is Naomi who attacked, because I'm so happy to finally be a champion. And anytime they talk about Jade, this pure look of guilt that's on Naomi's face, I'm pretty sure it will be revealed that it is her that is the one who did it all. And that'll be continuing storyline as we lead into WrestleMania. But yeah, the match was fine for what it was. And then, the tease, again, we've just done it so much at this point where I'm just like, okay, let's do it. It's about to hit its mark. It's over with. And, we have this first 3 hour show. We have a random women's title match. Let's do the cash in. Kick off 2025 right with a brand new women's champion where we have a clear direction of where we're wanting to head to. And then we can move on from there. And again, the women's championship just needs to be in a program by itself. The women's tag team titles need to be in a program by itself too. And I just really want a clear direction on which tag team is going to be the one to take them off, because Bianca Belair and Naomi are not going to hold those titles for much longer. And, Jade Cargill comes back. I don't know if we're going to do a free bird rule or if Bianca's got to choose a partner or whatever to be the one who is the champion. But those titles are about to come off, because I'm pretty sure we're either going to do this triple threat or some formation of a one-on-one, with one being the special guest referee at WrestleMania. And we've done such great work with these women tag team champions, but it doesn't seem like there is that next step. You know what I mean? And who is going to be the ones who take the titles off of them, and who is going to be the one who's going to move on with the women's tag team division moving forward, because the men's tag team division has really hurt a little bit too. We are taking great steps within it. Love what we've done with the Street Profits. They don't know who attacked. They're pretty sure it was DIY, but then Pretty Dead goes, nope, it's Los Garza who did it, and then they go and attack them. Very fun match between those two as well. Part of the match of the night to me personally. And then they're like, no, it was actually DIY who did it. You're being played. And then what I really do think we're heading to, because now WrestleMania is on the mind of everyone, we're heading to a TLC match at WrestleMania between these three tag teams. And that will be fun. I like what we're doing with that too. We're taking strides to make the men's tag team division important again, at least on SmackDown. Raw remains to be seen. We do have new champions there. The women's tag division, though, after Bianca and Jade or Bianca and Naomi lose these titles, I'm worried. Is what how this long-winded answer I'm getting. I'm just really worried about where we are heading with them, because again, it's like, all right, we had these important people, and now we're gonna give it to a tag team. Let's face it, that is not as important, and then it will probably just fall within the stratosphere, or be added to a group that does have momentum, that is with a champion, and there's gonna be lackeys for that said champion. So let's just get the other tag team involved. Let's just split them up. Just split them up. That's all I'm asking. Just split them up, and it will be fine. But yeah, those are the only things that worry about me to it. And again, with the tag division, we had that match as well. Sami Zayn versus Carmelo Hayes was a very fun match too. I kind of like the storyline that got to it. I just like what we're doing with Carmelo Hayes. He has a good character. He's the cocky, arrogant rookie who has no respect for veterans, and these veterans are trying to, say, hey, young buck, let's calm down a little bit and let me show you some respect. And I think this is a build-up. If AJ Styles is to be healthy, it's Carmelo Hayes versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania. And, the Braun Strowman stuff and then the whole wackiness that got towards the end, it was fine for what it was. Again, we just do the DQ finish way too often at this point. It just kind of fell flat, but the match itself was fun too. But, it was a little silly how, Braun Strowman comes out, he was going to attack Carmelo, he sees the bloodline, goes, nope, I'm going to attack them. I know commentary tried to justify it with the whole, well, he has problems with the bloodline too. I was like, I don't remember Roman and Braun having a program when Roman was the tribal chief. I don't recall that whatsoever, so I don't know how you're just adding that in. And then, he gets beat up, Sami Zayn gets back in, that gets beat up again, this when Kevin Owens comes out. And then we have that amazing segment with them. But before we get into that segment, we'll get to Chelsea Green's celebration as the first ever Women's United States Champion. Loved it that she came out as the Statue of Liberty. Again, really wish that it was called the Liberty Championship, just so that way you don't have to put women in front of it. But hey, I like what they're doing with it. I hope now moving forward, instead of the dresses, she does like actual full suits, like Hillary and Kamala did, just to full on with this political campaign that she is doing. Like she's the president, she is Madam President, she's the Madam of WWE, of SmackDown, red, white, and green. Love all of that. Not really sure how I feel about Meechin being the first program, though. Granted, they are the two biggest mid-carders, and, I respect that, but, that was the final. This should be a title that elevates a bunch more talent, too, which is why I was hoping for it to be a BFAB, who can, step in and, okay, let's see what you got, and let's elevate the division a lot more. We probably won't get that till now we're at 3 hours regularly, but for the segment I had a lot of laughs. I thought it was pretty funny. Again, I like that she came out and as the Statue of Liberty, and I love the dress, Miss Green. Don't get me wrong, but I do think moving forward, as a costume, as a choice, we should probably do the pantsuits moving forward, because again, it just was with the actual political scene. Oh hey Crash, he wants to be in the video. So yeah, all that, and then we have the Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens segment where it does get confirmed at the Royal Rumble, our first actual proper match that's not the men's and women's match, where both the Wing Eagle and the WWE Championship will be up above the ring, and there will be a ladder match to determine who it is. I'm part of the group that, ladder matches are overdone, and I've been saying it now, triple threat matches are a little bit overdone as well. But the story calls for it, and is the right thing. Referees got involved that really hurt the match quite a bit. Well, not hurt the match, but there was confusion on who the winner was. So we don't want a referee to be involved with it. Okay, put it up there. As long as the belt comes down, you're the winner. Like, that's all you need to do. And I trust Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes to have a great match with that. They're gonna have a lot of fun. They're gonna be very innovative. Not the hugest fan of one-on-one ladder matches either, because it just becomes very obvious who's going to win or when it's about to end. Because every one-on-one ladder match, there's always a big move, and it's my problem with tag team matches as well, because you have to build up the crowd. They do a big move, and then they slowly climb the ladder. I'm just like, okay, well, obviously the match is not going to end here. And then once the match is about to wrap up, because, you know, we're facing against the clock, then they rush up. When this is multi-man, you have more opportunities, you know, to be faster and, you know, to have that unpredictability. One-on-one to me is much more easier to telegraph, but I love the segment. I love the promo. I love how Nick Aldis is like, look, give me back the belt or you're fired. Instead of, hey, you tried to kill 2 of my workers, you're fired, and you stole property, you're fired. No, we're going to give you till the end of the night, and if you don't, then you're fired. Like, oh man, I love wrestling. But yeah, I love the segment, love the back and forth. Cody's very passionate. I don't get why people think his run has been very, very boring. I have very, very much enjoyed it, and I think he is going to hold on to it to 41. And not till 41, but he'll hold it at Mania at 41. He'll have a full year reign, and he'll probably go past that as well. So that's it from me, guys. Leave a like if you made it this far within the review. I do greatly appreciate. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this episode of SmackDown. And hit that subscribe button for me and for Crash. He can get a treat. So if I get a subscribe, he will get a treat. But until next time, guys, from me and Crash, we'll see you here next time at Lemon Studios.